Hello everyone, welcome to Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. This is a Super Scope only game. It's the sequel to another Super Scope only game called Battle Clash. And I'll be running any percent tornado, and I'll let my co-commentator explain that while I calibrate the Super Scope.
I'm Cheese Soda Punch, and I have the world record in the Falcon any percent category on emulator. Any percent tornado is kind of a new game plus category. You need to first beat the game with Falcon in order to unlock tornado, but it's alternatively available through a menu cheat code. Tornado is piloted by Carol Eugene, compared to the Falcon protagonist or pilot of Michael Anderson. While both STs are standing tanks, Falcon and Tornado have the turbo shot, where you can just fire rapid shots. They each have different charge attacks, where your ST charges up to fire a more powerful blast than a series of turbo shots would.
And
Falcons.
I'm just going to start the run, and we can explain as we go. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. Yeah. So, Falcon's treble energy bolts are much longer to charge, but are much more powerful. There's like 3 tiers of those. Tornado's defense is pretty weak. However, it can only charge up to 10 tiers, and either fire them all at once or rapid fire several charge shots. As the bar changes color, it indicates changing properties of the shot, making it behave more like a bomb, which you'll see SCXCR accumulate throughout the run here. The bombs just kind of radiate damage wherever the shot lands. Missing any high tier shots is basically a run killer. Destroying parts of an ST gives a damage bonus. If a part flashes a reddish orange when hit, it means it's pretty close to being destroyed, and you might want to target those areas more.
He did not give me a good pattern at all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. There you go. All right. So enemies will give items like homing missiles and disruptor bombs if the fight ends under certain circumstances. But in an ideal run, that won't happen. You do get bombs throughout the game, but SE won't be using those because they'll need them toward the end of the run. And throughout the run, you'll kind of notice he's performing these charge buffering with the bombs. Basically, he charges a few tiers, then switches to fire a bomb. Switching to the bomb freezes the charge meter, and as the bomb fires and explodes, the charging continues where it left off. And this is Siamang. This is probably my favorite chief or boss in the game. Hopefully we won't see any of his special attacks. One, because he spanks his butt, and 2, because this should just take a few seconds with some well-placed shots to his tail. Oof. Yeah, marathon luck. All right, there we go. Okay.
They know it's a marathon run.
Yeah.
Got time for a couple of quick donations?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so...
Let's see if you finish your donations before this ST dies.
Okay. Princess Knuckle Cakes has donated $15 that says "Good luck, runners," and has put that towards the SNES version of Disney's Aladdin. And this one guy, SCXCR, never heard of him, has donated $50. It says, "Hi roller, please don't die." The roller is currently being saved by the tune of $165 to $100.
All right.
When do you want that sensor to be cut off, by the way?
So toward the end, the Giga Desk will kind of grasp Arola with these tentacles.
Got it.
And we can probably cut it off there. So. Oh, nice!
So
this is a pretty challenging chief, but SE did a great job with that one.
I charged so high of a tier that I was able to blast through the shield when it turned sideways and just...
Yeah, was that a 10 tier? Or?
That was a 9 tier.
Okay, all right. All right, so Griffin. This boss, his weak spots are the horns on his head, or really thick eyebrows. He has a relatively predictable movement pattern, so SC should be able to make pretty quick work of him.
Unless I miss.
This whole battle is like in free fall.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, there you go. All right. At this part of the game, if we were playing as Falcon, we'd burn up during re-entry, but we're saved by Spica, or who's piloted by Rolla, and we'll see her later on in the game, obviously. But as Tornado, she avoids burning up in the Earth's atmosphere, so you don't have that dialogue. Viscount. Okay, this is a fast-moving mech. He's armed with a bazooka cannon and a shield that can eat your shots, but he'll likely just throw it at you. His legs are the vulnerable points on his body, so we'll want to take those out, but we'll see what kind of pattern we get.
That was almost disastrous.
Yeah. The game does not want to give an inch.
This is a way scarier run than Battle Clash, because like some of the attack patterns are kind of random.
Yeah. I mean, you just kind of like I got my run like by accident. It's just RNG really plays a big role here. All right, we're off to Mars.
Oh, should we explain like what happens? Like, what do you do when you kill or save Rolla?
Oh, yeah. So you'll have two different. You can have a good ending or a bad ending. With Falcon, you could have like a good, a bad, or variations of like a good bad ending. But it's similar to like Kill or Save the Animals and Super Metroid. It'll kind of change the ending. We do get some extra dialogue, but. Yeah. So that's kind of you'll save frames by killing Rolla, but I think it's a more satisfying ending.
It's a much more interesting fight when you save too.
Yeah. It's because right away you can just like drop a bomb and just start blowing Giga Desk away. But it's a more interesting, definitely more tactical run. You got to be careful with the shots you fire. Nice. Well, that's a good Thanatos.
Shoutouts to the friend of mine who tried calling me on Discord in the middle of a marathon run. I even told him I'm going to be doing this. Now for the worst fight.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to Jupiter to take on Arachnus. It's like a scorpion or spider-like ST. And this chief is hard. I hate this fight. You do not want to hit his abdomen, or else you just die and the run's over. He starts blasting.
With bullets.
Yeah, it's this, and it just deals huge amounts of damage. And you just don't want any part of it. The strategy here is to just attack his claws and his head or mandible. SC will deliberately not charge his laser too high and instead spam a lot of lower level ones. Too high of a charge can radiate damage similar to a bomb, and then that will hit the abdomen and destroy it. This level can also have a lot of lag, just because of all the objects on screen. They make that abdomen so tempting.
Whew, okay.
All right.
And I've got time for a donation.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, of course.
All right, we have $500 from Spurlock. Thank you so much. That's big money coming in. Who writes, loving the runs and loving the cause. Keep it up. And has single-handedly met the Super Mario Odyssey dance pad input display
Nice.
incentive,
Nice.
as well as sticking us up to $3,200 for Save the Children. Thank you so much for that.
Right
Amazing.
on.
Yeah. To you with the big gun peripheral.
All right. So here's Cobra. Cobra's special attack is that his shield absorbs your shots. So that's something to be careful for. You'll want to destroy his shield first and then take on Cobra. So what Essie's going to do here is wait until tier 5 and kind of bait out the shield, then fire a bomb. Now that it's done absorbing. And then that should get rid of the shield. And then, if he has like maybe a tier 9 shot between his upper and lower body, there you go. Man, 1141. Way to go.
Nice. It's a coin flip whether or not that actually kills him or not.
Mm-hmm. All right, Grokken. This is some unusual dialogue, but oddly enough, the pilot is Pamela, as referenced in the game's manual, but mistranslated in the game as Pamela. But besides that, this is a pretty cool underwater fight. Playing as Falcon, the mech's body would reflect the shots back at you and cause damage, and not damage the mech at all, or the chief at all. But regardless of the mech you're playing, you're going to want to destroy those little tentacles. SC's made pretty good work of that. They follow a pretty static pattern, so you have to be pretty precise with your shot. And then, since this is Tornado, you can just fire the charge shots without really any repercussions, and then finish her off with a bomb. There you go.
30 is really good for this fight.
Yeah. All right, so here we are in the Space Fortress Eltoria. This mech, or ST, Virvius, it's just a gold version of Thanatos, piloted by Anubis. We'll find that all the previous Anubises or whatever, they're all clones. Even in the original Battle Clash, this is the real Anubis. And also, let's get some Fs in the chat for the video bitrate. The graphics on this level are going to turn the video into a blurry mess.
Oh, man.
Lots of geometry going on here. But yeah, so in addition to the previous special attacks that Thanatos had previously, Virvius can kind of split into multiple images of a mech. And if the fight goes on long enough, he can split into like even 3 images of a mech, but only one of them is real. You can tell the real one when they have a glow when he charges his super shot. You can either you just shoot the real one with a super shot or a bomb, and the fake ones will disappear. So yeah, he's just going to hold off on using the bomb until he does that image split.
I actually fired it too early.
There you go.
Heads up. When Rolla screams after this fight, that's when we should probably cut off kill or save.
Great. Yeah, guys, there's $65 in it if you want to kill Rolla, or if you want to absolutely secure her survival, donate now, basically, so that it gets in time.
All right, so this is the second form of Virvius.
I should note that when I say kill Rolla, I mean, it's not like Super Metroid where I just leave her to die. I actually shoot her.
Actually kill her. Yeah. This isn't save or who knows, maybe abandon slightly. This is murder or don't murder.
She does kind of ask you to, but she does betray her own people to help save the people of Earth. All right, this is a brutal fight. Fortunately, SCXCR has some bombs to use here. The 4 floating pods around Vervius can really only be attacked when the mouths are open, but they can still fire on you. So you want to fire back on some of those projectiles heading your way. He's going to try and deal as much damage though as possible to the middle mouth whenever that one opens, since when that's destroyed, it wipes out the other 4 mouths and just kills them outright. And I don't know if you did you fire the disruptor already, or
yes.
Did you get what? Okay.
Not the best pattern, but we may do.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, when you have to go through and kill all 4 pods, it's like great.
Okay. Cutoff is now.
One last refresh. We are nuts murdering Roller.
Yes!
We are saving her.
All right.
It's a harder but more interesting fight.
And I'm sorry, SCXCR has just got to be going to town on the trigger for the super scope, just progressing through all this dialogue.
Big dialogue skipping is probably harder than the shooting.
Yeah, when you do in-game time, it's like 15 minutes shorter.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is Giga Desk, the first form. To take this one on, we'll need to destroy these floating orbs around Giga Desk, but since we can't really see them in the dark, you just got to drop some bombs. We're basically waiting to expose this glowing portion and then drop some charge shots on it. And he'll need to completely empty his laser charger, else he won't do his next attack. His next attack that it actually exposes.
I can't tell you how many times I've choked runs by missing that shot. If you miss that, it's a one-hit kill. Alright, time to save Rolla.
All right, and it's really not his or their vulnerable point. But yeah, Rolla, portrays her own people to help the human race, save Earth. She's also Carol's sister. That would be kind of savage for Carol to have to kill her own sister.
I didn't mention it, but there's a machine gun shot if you have 0 charge. And it's usually a defensive tool to block shots, but here it's a way to do damage without having him absorb the shot.
Oh yeah, get the energy shield. Being very careful to not hit Rolla.
There's one.
Okay. Nice. And so we do have time coming up here shortly once he defeats the skull. He's just going to destroy these flashing eyes.
Nice. Time.
Nice. Spike Rolla flies away safely. What was the time on that? 1814? That's not bad. That's a good run.
I'll take that.
Yeah, especially with all of the the bad RNG luck we were getting.
Right at the beginning of the run, too. Yeah,
comfortably below your estimate. So nice one.
Yeah, so there's no dialogue at all if you kill Rolla, and you get the triumphant music instead of the melancholy "we've won, but at what cost" music.
And yeah, the graphic at the end is definitely much more pronounced than, say, like the Super Metroid Saving the Animals. You get to actually see different sprites at the end here.
Yeah, it takes a while to get to that though, so we might not see it.
Yeah.
But I did want to give a shout out to Ultima Mantoid, who does a lot of research on this game, figures out how to run like the even harder real mode, and shout out to Cheese Soda Punch for agreeing to co-pilot with me.
Thank you.
Shout out to Gunpei Yokoi for making the Super Scope. I feel like there's one I'm missing, but did you have anyone you wanted to shout out?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, thanks for thinking of me. I'm so stoked to be a part of this event and this marathon, and to be, contributing to a good cause.
Oh, I thought of it. Shout outs to Stacy Peterson.
Yeah, that scream right at the end.
Yeah, she has a credit as voice talent and as Rolla's scream, so she got double the credits. But if anybody does want to run this but is worried about, like, I don't have a Super Scope, I don't have a CRT, the leaderboards are usually pretty generous about accepting emulator runs, so that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, and, feel free to hit me up on the socials, Discord. We don't have, like, a dedicated Discord, but, yeah, if you see us online, feel free to reach out for, any guidance. And yeah, Ultima I think they will do the approvals there, but or they manage that board, or that leaderboard. So,
and always remember, when you're done with your run, turn the Super Scope off. That's the number one way to kill batteries, is just forget that you left it on. But thanks ESA for giving a Super Scope run a shot. That's my one. I'm done. That's my one.
Yeah, thanks for bringing the Super Scope to a marathon. It's always exciting, kind of like seeing this sort of stuff, because you don't normally get to do that anyway. Obviously, traveling is even in the world where we can travel, traveling with that is not really easy.
Yeah.
No, thanks very much for a great showcase. So coming up next, we've got a double run from Apollo, Pizza Pop, and Castle of Dragon. Those will both be happening very shortly, as soon as intermission is over. So, thanks again, SCX, for the run. Thank you very much to Cheese Soda Punch for the commentary, and we'll see you after intermission. Bye.